The bat signal came on 5 minutes ago. Where's Damien? Tisk. I'm here, Father. What happened to the bat poles from the second floor? I had to take the stairs all the way down to the cave.
Yeah, sorry about that, Robin, but your mom had to borrow them for her job.
Ho ho ho! Well done, Master Grayson. Well done.
What's up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Well, today I got a haul kind of pieced together from a few different places. And starting off, we have my one eBay pickup. This, of course, is the Death of Superman 30th Anniversary. This is the Polybag Dan Jurgens edition. And just sort of got me thinking, going back to the title of this video, I actually thought these books had come out already. I had ordered this, and it came right in. I think I got it Monday, and a reason I thought it had already been released is it was like a couple months ago you were seeing like the gold and silver foils, some sort of exclusive from somewhere, just going crazy. And I was looking, I stopped at LCS today to get a reader copy, because of course I don't want to open this polybagged one. And I was a little disappointed because these foil ones are just insane. Like, I think the gold one's going for over 1,000. I think the silver's like 600 to 1,000. And there's a bunch of different ones, and I was sort of looking at the covers that the LCS had, thinking, it's a shame that the comic industry now is all sort of about taking advantage of collectors, especially all these multiple covers. Isn't it a shame that these cool gold and silver ones aren't just the normal variants that everybody could get, as opposed to pretty much, if you aren't lucky or rich, you ain't going to get these other cool covers. Just sort of disappointing. And it got me thinking about what would be the modern Superman Grail. Modern comics, of course, not be an action one or nothing. And I still would have to say that this book I'm going to show you is the modern Superman Grail. And I'd rather have it than even these gold and silver and pink and different foils, and that being the Superman Platinum. Something else I was thinking of, it's sort of funny, talking about multiple covers, retailer exclusives, and how crazy the industry is now. Like, every comic has multiple covers. There's, exclusives everywhere. There's, you think about, like, Future State and Dark Crisis even had the free comic book day, one per retail ones and different stuff. And it's ironic because it sort of all started with the Death of Superman. This Platinum edition being a one per comic book store retailer book they got. Super cool. But it's sort of funny. I quit buying new comics last October, so 14 months ago. And I think I stopped there one time since then. And got some books. So this is just the second time in 14 months I've went to a new comic shop, and I leave thinking thoughts like this and kind of feeling a little bitter and disappointed with the industry and how things are. But enough of that. Talking about modern Superman Grail, I, of course, think this is the best modern book you could get, but I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What do you think the modern Superman Grail is? And real quick before I move on, one other thing I like about this is, like I said, it is sort of the original gimmick back before it was just every single book. So at the LCS, I went to get a reader copy. One thing I do like about this Death of Superman anniversary, I love that Superman sort of has a big day this week. A lot of people are going and getting Superman books and excited about it. As a reader, I'm not too excited because they've really touched on Death of Superman. I don't know what this book could add. I haven't read it yet, so hopefully I'll be eating the words I'm saying now, but you know, we'll see. I did want to get a reader copy, and I said I was a little disappointed in the covers, just regular covers you could get, so I went with this one. They also had a Superman 75 30th anniversary, which is pretty cool. I pick up all the different Superman 75s I see. And I was considering stopping today. Hadn't stopped in a while. And the second book I got tagged on Instagram by a buddy copy that this was out today. So I figured, you know, 2 books is definitely worth a stop. And that is the New Golden Age, a one-shot. I'm a little out of touch on new books, so I assume this is reintroducing the JSA, or maybe a retelling of the Golden Age. I don't know. They also had Dark Crisis number 6. I did, you know, get caught up on this last haul. And then this was a book in recent releases. I had seen someone post it on Instagram. I like this variant, and they had it there. I think I only have like the first 1 or 2 issues of this. This is Flashpoint Beyond 6 with, of course, the Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne, and I guess that's Bruce. I don't know, from the Flashpoint universe. This is sort of the other thing that got me a little negative today. This story came about after Justice League and the Carnate basically ended, and you didn't get to see what happened to Flashpoint Batman. It was an ad to buy this series. And I haven't read this book, this being the final book, but I did read an article about it, that I believe this ends advertising the next event you would see Flashpoint Batman. And that sort of just seems to be what DC does now. Every event's just an ad for the next event and an excuse to sell variant covers. And I did get one more book I didn't even know was out. You watch my last haul, I got issue 3 of this. Didn't know this was out yet, but excited it was. And that being Rogue's Book 4. You know I love my DC Black Label magazine size. So really happy to get that. And that finishes that series. I did not see any other Black Label books there, which is weird, which we'll see coming up. And this LCS, you know, there's a PetSmart next door, and on the other side is a Half Price Books I used to always hit. So went in there, looked around, did not find any comics, but glanced around, and they actually had some new stuff. I've never seen them have new stuff. But they had the new One Punch Man that I was going to order off Amazon anyway. Volume 24. Absolutely love this series. And something I knew was coming out but forgot about. This is Demon Slayer, The Flower of Happiness. And this is actually a novel. Love reading the novels. Probably won't be something I'll read for a couple months, but I will read it. And they were priced under retail, which is pretty cool. And so the last thing I got is a haul from my comic shop. And this sort of came about because of 2 of my buddies from Fanboys. Magic Lasso messaged me to tell me about this. I suppose I would have found out from the new books I had ordered, like the new Dark Crisis, because there were ads for these in there. I had just placed that order from my last haul you saw, and was talking to the fanboys about it, and he said, I need to get Batman One Bad Day, the Riddler. Said this was a great read, and I guess these books are returnable. See what, when it told me I should get my hands on it before retailers send them back. And this is exactly the type of thing I'm a sucker for when it comes to Batman. I love Batman's Rogue Gallery. I love when they get their own series or one-shots. And this is like a series of one-shots, the Batman One Bad Day. There are 3 of them out so far. Sort of like, if you know what I'm talking about, the Joker's Asylum, the 2 volumes of that, where it was Joker's Asylum and it would just be one-shots of different Batman villains. But we have Two-Face and Penguin. I believe there's going to be 8 of these. And the next one, which I think comes out this month, is Mr. Freeze, so I'm excited about that. And the other thing, Tony Fett was posting his last autograph haul from Baltimore Comic-Con, and he showed a comic I had never seen that looked amazing, at least cover-wise, so I had to get it. And that was the one-shot Superman World Apocalypse. I'm just a sucker for one-shots, anything Batman, Superman related. And then a video I want to do, I came across, I've been rereading, I read through all of my Batman from right around 400 all the way till Flashpoint, and I'm reading through Detective, and came across these in Detective. I'm going to do a video about them, so I ain't going to say too much here. But there are these things called DC bonus books. So look for the video if you want to find out what they are. But in researching them, I found out I had all but 3 of them, of where these appear. So I ordered this Doom Patrol and these 2 Wonder Woman from Volume 2. So now I have all of the issues with a DC bonus book, and I'm going to do a video about it. You can check out if you're interested. It should be coming up, hopefully in the next few days. Now, I mentioned it was weird there was no Black Label because they have new books, recent releases at this LCS. I ordered this because I saw an ad for it. Talk about, I'm a sucker for one-shots. There was this Batman Dear Detective one-shot being advertised. I ordered it, didn't even know it was one of these Black Labels that I love. I would have went after it just because it was one of these magazine-sized Black Labels. I feel these are super collectible because I think they'll be hard to get in good shape later on. I already see them jammed into normal-sized comic boxes at half-price books that I was at today. I see them stuck onto bookshelves, just sticking out and getting bent. So I try to get as many of these as I can new. So I'm excited to read this Batman Dear Detective one-shot in a Black Label size. And the last book I picked up, I had mentioned last week I thought I had got all of the Black Label books that I had been collecting. Can't believe I forgot about this one. And that would be Catwoman Lonely City Book 4. And that finishes that off. So that's my haul for this week. Not a ton, but all, I think, quality and stuff I'm collecting. I am excited to read these books. Haven't got a chance yet. And guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Like I said, what do you think the modern Superman Grail is? He don't have a ton of huge keys or anything. And with that, I'll see y'all later.